A leather thumb saw. What he's going to do is he's going to place his thumb over the vent hole in the back. That's going to stop an airflow from going through the tube. Because before this, we would have already shot a couple of rounds. So there's pieces of burning woolen bag still at the bottom of the gun. So he's going to try to starve the oxygen from the barrel so that that air is not fanning those embers. Search piece. So our Marine Gavin, he's going to take what I like to call the nose picker, but it's actually called the wad hook or the worm, and he's going to be searching for these pieces of burned bag. Okay, but we're not doing that today. Today we're more or less looking for things like pop cans, light bulbs, iPods, rocks, and sometimes small children. Sponge piece. If you saw him, he was not using his thumbs. Neither of them are going to use their thumbs on the implement because if the gun was to go off, all right, they would not go with the implement. It would simply just tear through their hands. They get some cuts, scrapes, but they would not lose their arms. They would not be flung out into the lake. They would not have 7-foot arms when they were done with the law. All right, so Derek has the sponge. It's basically like a giant dirty Q-tip, and he's going to take that wet sponge. He's going to shove it down the barrel. Now, it's not wet so that he can actually douse the flames. It's wet so that when he pulls it out of the barrel, it's going to create a vacuum. And what is not in a vacuum?
Air.
Air. So there's no air in this barrel after he's done doing that. Now, if Lee on the back of the gun has done his job properly, you're going to hear a pop. You guys hear that?
Yep.
All right. Now, if he's not doing his job properly, you will hear a... Yes, if that were to happen, that means that Lee here is not doing his job. He's endangering everybody on the gun crew. So, Derek here with the sponge would have every right to take that wet, dirty, nasty black sponge and smack Soldat Lee right in the face. Yeah, and Soldat Lee would be a lieutenant, Derek here would be a private, and he could still smack him. Now, he would wear that black mark all day on his face to note that he is awkward, that he is endangered the entire all the lives on the gun crew, and he'd have to wear that around. He would be served last. He'd have extra duties. They'd either have to clean or dig the latrine.
What?
So the next man is handle charge.
Pooper.
And the next command would be event charge. So our powder monkey, they call him a monkey because when he runs that round up, he's hunched over. He's got a bayonet that pokes out kind of like a little tail. That's why they call him the powder monkey. Now, he is actually the smartest guy on this gun crew because he goes up to the gun, hands off the round, and then he runs away from the gun. So that's why he's the smartest. Load. So he places the charge in the barrel. Ram down charge. Derek reverses the sponge, and he rams the charge, the round, all the way down to the bottom of the barrel. So that we can do pick and prime. Lee also has a brass pick. He's going to use that brass pick because it doesn't create sparks. Now, he's going to take the brass pick, he's going to poke a hole through the bag of gunpowder at the bottom of the barrel. He is then going to take out a loose cartridge and pour the gunpowder down the vent hole. That's going to create the fuse, and that's what's going to make it so we can actually shoot the gun. He's then going to cover it up with his hand, raise his right hand in the air, telling me that the gun is ready to go off. So, the next command would be gun crew, make ready. This is Crazy Aaron. Why I call him crazy is because he doesn't get any ear protection. Everybody else steps away from the gun and actually covers their ear, so they won't actually get the full blast of it, but Aaron doesn't have that ear protection. He's our linstock man. So what he's got to do is he's got to take that linstock, which is cotton rope, potassium nitrate, and vinegar. He's going to take it, and it burns very slowly, kind of like a liquid cigarette. But he's going to take it, he's going to lower it onto that bit of powder at the back of the gun. When I say fire!
I want the wheels now.
Whoa! Alright, so now we are going to light the linstock and do it for real.
Fire. fire?
Yep.
Is that why there's no boats in the way?
Yep.
Look at my I'm sitting down. Where's it going to fire at?
All right. So, gun crew, take care. And then, third piece. Front piece. Handle sharp. Hand sharp. Load. Ram down charge. Pick and prime.
Not yet. Don't worry.
Gun crew, make ready.
Now.
Fire! Alright, now when we do shoot the gun, they're going to bounce it right about where that fence is, and it's going to come up ripping at chest height. They want you to see the ball, and that's because you really want to stick around when you have a 3-pound ball coming for your chest. No, so you're going to move. Can you shoot your gun efficiently if that's happening? No. If you can see the ball coming, you're going to want to move, and instead of reloading your gun, you're worried about moving. So we're going to make it so it's psychological warfare, that you actually see it coming. You stop reloading as fast as you should, and that's how you lose battles. Because you should be loading every 15 seconds. You must. Now, you can shoot this gun safely every 30 seconds, but there was a Hessian gun crew that actually ended up shooting 15 rounds in 1 minute by skipping every single safety step they could. Okay, now on the 15th shot, the gun got so hot that it exploded, and it killed the whole entire gun crew. So they set the record, but they weren't around to enjoy their prize. So the piece is secure. You can go up to it, take pictures with it, talk to these rogues next to me, and thank you for coming to Fort Niagara.